guys, Miss Jess here. I have another art kit 2 project for you guys. Take a look inside your kit. We are going to be using this canvas today. I'm going to unwrap it here. This canvas is raw, unprimed canvas. So that means that this is canvas that has not been stretched onto a frame yet. It hasn't been primed, so this is as raw as canvas comes. Everyone should have a rectangle or a square shape like this, and we're going to paint this today. We are experimental painting. The paints that I'm going to use today are food coloring. I've got a little bit of red in here, and I added maybe just like a tablespoon of water to it, and it makes a watercolor. I've also got yellow, so I've got red, yellow, and then I'm a coffee drinker, as you all know, and I've just got some leftover coffee hot chocolate combination in here that I'm going to use as paint today. All right, so we're getting really creative. Also inside of your kits, you guys are gonna have a Tempera paint stick. These are one of my favorite art supplies. They're super versatile. It's paint in a stick form, but we can use this today also to sort of create another liquid kind of paint today. Okay, the last couple things that you need from your art kit, there is this long rectangle sheet of paper. One side is kind of waxy and shiny, and the other side just feels like regular paper. This is palette paper, so I think I talked about this in a previous video, but you can use this as like the lazy artist palette because it's disposable, so you can throw it away and we can mix colors on here on the waxy side as well. Okay, I'm gonna need that. And then for final touches today, you guys might have some pom-poms in your kit. I'm gonna use some pom-poms to embellish my painting when I'm done. All right. I also have a little bit of tacky glue. This is not in your kits, but if you guys have tacky glue or Elmer's glue or whatever kind of glue for your pom-poms, you can use that as well today, okay? So think about what you want to paint today. I have actually transformed a canvas already. You guys know I draw a lot of caricatures and cartoons and people. So I'm drawing this happy little lady. She's saying, don't worry, be happy. Especially during this quarantine time, we're all trying to stay positive. So I wanted a positive message today. To draw out my sketch, I just used a Sharpie. So a permanent marker and sketched it on there. You can use ink. If you have ink, you could use a pen, pencil, Sharpie, whatever you got, right? All right, so now I'm gonna get started. I got a paintbrush here and a little bit of water. I'm gonna start by doing her skin tone. I'm actually gonna move my camera a little bit so you guys can see more of my painting process here. So I've got my hot chocolate coffee mixture. I'm going to stir up here and sort of fill in this little lady. Oops. So now raw unprimed canvas is an interesting surface to paint on. It might repel some of your paint at first. Oh look, I have some coffee grounds in there. They'll look like freckles. Where was I going with this? Oh, raw unprimed canvas. It might kind of repel your paint at first. It almost looks like it just kind of sits on top of the surface, but give it time and this is gonna soak in and sort of stain your canvas. Okay, so I'm just filling in all this space and kind of stirring it up as I go. I made French press coffee, so this is a very thick, bold cup of coffee here. Some grounds in it. It's all good. I think I want to do some of her neck down here too. You guys notice I'm not really rinsing my brush off yet at all, and that's only because I'm not switching colors yet. I've just been using the same one, so there's really no need to rinse it off just yet. Okay, but we'll get to those other colors too. So I'm going really quick. You guys can take your time. I'm painting around all my details. Let's see, you guys could, depending on what colors of food coloring you have, you could make like every color of the rainbow. You could mix up primary colors of watercolors, right? There's a lot of other ways to create paint from things from your pantry too. I'm sure if you looked online, there's processes for using tea to create paint, other foods that sort of leave a stain or bleed a little bit can be turned into paint as well. So we just have to get creative, right? We can come up with so many different ways to create a pigment to work with. Okay, so looking good, lady. Love it. What a great color. Okay, now I'm ready to switch. So I'm gonna rinse my paintbrush off in my water here. And the next color that I'm gonna do, let's see, I think I'm gonna use my red. So again, I just used food coloring and water, and it makes this really bright, gorgeous red watercolor. So she is going to have fabulously bright red lips. Now, I notice here that some of my ink is starting to bleed, and that's because my brown paint, or my brown coffee paint, is still a little bit wet, so maybe I should have let it dry a little bit before I go in there. I'll just try and paint carefully. She is also going to have red cheeks. Everybody draws people a little bit differently. I don't know why, but I've been adding circle cheeks for quite a while now. Okay, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna rinse my brush off. Let's talk about your paint stick. So with this, this is killing me, she's got a bloody lip. With this paint stick, you can either use it right out of the tube, so I roll it up just like a glue stick, right? And maybe I could either take it right to my canvas here, and she's gonna have giant earrings. Fabulous. Right? Or if you wanted to water it down, maybe you don't want it to be so thick. It's also kind of hard to get really fine details with this. Something you could do is use that palette paper and color a nice big spot. And then taking your paintbrush, you could water it down a little bit. And now I've got green paint. Maybe I want to have some fun lines in the background. Okay, what else haven't I used yet? I think I'm ready for my yellow food coloring. And again, just like 1 tablespoon of water or so in here. She's gonna have some awesome hair. Ooh, so I put a lot of yellow in here. It's almost more orange than it is yellow, but I really don't mind. I think this looks kind of cool. Cool, filling it all in. Awesome. I'm loving it. Okay, rinse my brush off. And then, let's see, I'm gonna go back in with my brown. Give her some brown eyes. Okay, maybe she's gonna have a yellow nose ring. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna have to let this paint dry before I go back in and sort of fix some of the red that leaked down here, but not a problem. That's an easy fix. Okay, I might come back to that part later. Okay, so the last thing you guys can do if you want to embellish a little extra is use some of your pom-poms. With these, I've just got a little bit of tacky glue, and you can use any kind of glue you have, Elmer's glue, whatever. I'm going to use these and add them to her earrings. Maybe she's got fancy pom-poms on her earrings. I'm just dipping it in, get a little bit of glue on it, and then add them. This matches her awesome orange hair. Dip it in and add it. This tacky glue will dry clear, so even if your paint's still a little bit wet, it'll dry and eventually stick to it. Okay, so kind of a fun, crazy way to use some different homemade paints and experiment with canvas painting. If you guys do decide to make a painting like this, I would love to see what you guys come up with. Have fun.